Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Stickland.
And I'm Amber French. A woman accused of murdering her 3-year-old foster daughter has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Meanwhile, the prosecution has filed 3 additional child abuse charges in 3 separate cases after reviewing security camera footage from Jamie Johnson's daycare.
To count 1, murder, a Class AA felony, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Count 2, child abuse, a Class A felony, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
And count B, domestic violence, a Class B felony, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Jamie Johnson waived her right to a preliminary hearing Thursday and was arraigned. Her and her husband, Raymond Johnson, have now both pleaded not guilty to 3 charges in this case. After reviewing what prosecutors call an extension amount of camera footage, 1 additional charge of child abuse was also filed against Raymond. Investigators say this all stems from a 911 call in March after the 3-year-old girl who had autism was in their foster care and became unresponsive. The girl was pronounced dead at the hospital, and an autopsy determined the cause was from blunt force trauma to the head. According to court documents, the North Dakota BCI found security camera footage from inside the home allegedly showing both Jamie and Raymond assaulting the child. In court, Jamie's attorney asked the judge to move a motion deadline into 2026 due to the extensive footage that needs to be reviewed. The judge agreed to the extension, and the pair remain in custody on a $1 million bond each.
Also, the city of Minot is set to revisit a discussion on new technology that could change how law enforcement conducts their business on the road. The Minot Police Department is looking to expand its license plate reader technology with automated cameras that would go onto poles and into patrol vehicles across the city. These cameras would be used to gather information that would then go into a citywide database for the city to use, looking up traffic violations if ever needed. However, Minot City Council President Mike Blesson believes the city should pump the brakes on this new tech, which he says could lead to a slippery slope when it comes to protecting the people of Minot and their right to privacy.
The issue that I have with it is that before we do a thing with budgets, before we make any other decisions as a council, we take an oath to uphold the Constitution. And so the Fourth Amendment, in my mind, clearly prohibits this. There's case law that says that it can be okay, but there's open lawsuits right now about whether it is. For me, creating a database of movements of residents is a no-go. Our founding fathers would roll over in their graves if they knew that this is what was being done.
The council is set to discuss the issue at their next meeting this upcoming Monday. Members of the community are also welcome to join the meeting and share their opinions. A new service will allow some people in Williams County to talk with their government more easily. The new service, TextMyGov, is part of an effort to modernize the city of Williston's communications with its residents. The city is set to launch that service on Wednesday, December 17th. The texting service will be used more efficiently to deliver city-related information such as construction, events, and other updates.
People can expect to receive a text message from 91896 next week. Residents can opt in by replying yes, or they can opt out by replying stop. But for those who don't receive a text and would like to opt in, simply send a text to that 5-digit number. Residents will also receive a contact card for the City of Williston's 2-way texting number. Simply reply with hi to opt in. I can't. So
other area municipalities have implemented the TextMyGov service include Lincoln, Harvey, and Dunn County.
Good morning, Andre.
And good morning to you too, Amber and Chance. And we are starting out our day with very cold temperatures, with a temperature of 4 degrees below zero here in Harvey, with a wind out of the north and west at 28 miles per hour, and that wind chill is at 30 degrees below zero. And looking here in the capital city, it's also on the rather cold side with a temperature of 2 degrees, and the winds are out of the north and west at 21 miles per hour, making that wind chill be at 20 degrees below zero. So again, make sure you bundle up today. Now, looking ahead, folks, we are going to be watching for those very cold temperatures for our Friday, and also it's going to be a little bit on that windy side throughout the day today too. And we got more snow set for tonight into early Saturday morning for portions of our area. Now, Looking at our current temperatures right now, folks, we're seeing those values in the single digits and single digits below zero, and even a teen below zero there in Lake Metagoshi and Botno area at 11 degrees below zero. But there in Crosby, look at there, 13 degrees below zero. So it is very cold up there. So you want to make sure that you are having multiple layers this morning. And over the last 24 hours, we have seen a notable dip in temperatures, about 10 to 40 degrees colder. So it is rather cold out there, folks. So again, make sure that you are staying safe. And as far as our winds, they're coming out of the north and west, about 15 to 25 miles per hour. And our gusts are even higher than that, about 25 to 40 miles per hour. And this is making our wind chills, brought to you by Absolute Comfort Plumbing and Heating, mainly be in the teens, 20s, and 30s below zero, folks. So again, it's dangerously cold out there, so you want to take this seriously. And also, as far as these cold weather advisories remaining in effect until lunchtime on Saturday for our north and eastern counties here, and for lunchtime for our south central counties, including here in the capital city. But our extreme cold warning lasts us until lunchtime today, and this includes here in Williston. And this is where we have the greatest confidence of seeing those wind chill values around 10 to 20 to 30 to even near 40 degrees below zero. So you want to make sure, again, that you're being on the precautious side. Now, as far as our highs for today, we're going to see those values mainly in the single digits and single digits below zero. And as far as those overnight lows, look at this, single digits and teens below zero, and even a 20s below zero potentially there around Lake Metagoshi. So it is going to be dangerously cold during this time period. And our wind chills are going to be around 10 to 20 to 30 degrees below zero through our lunchtime hour today and even into our evening commute. And it's just going to be one of those times that you just want to stay inside and staying safe, and that's going to last into our Saturday morning. So it is just going to be downright chilly. Now, looking here at our wind gust forecast, we're going to continue to see those wind gusts of around 20 to 40 miles per hour through lunchtime, and then subside as we head into the evening hours. Now, we are expecting more snowfall tonight in our southwestern counties, including here in Dickinson and Hettinger and Bowman, where that winter weather advisory resides until Saturday morning. Now, looking at our precision cast, this is 5 o'clock this evening, and we're going to continue to watch that snow band move on in and impacting places like Dickinson, Bowman, and Hettinger, and even Williston and Bismarck has that potential, seeing a little bit of light snowfall tonight. And then once we get into the overnight hours into Saturday morning, that is where those conditions will start to improve. So we'll be watching that very closely. Here in Williston, we're going to continue to see the temperatures overall warm up through our Tuesday, with 40s returning into the forecast by Tuesday and above freezing by the time we get into our Monday. And that same thing goes here in the Dickinson area as well, with above freezing by our Sunday here. Now, looking here in the Magic City, we are going to be seeing single digits below zeros today, tomorrow, but once we get into our Sunday, 20s, 30s for Monday, 40s for our Tuesday, and then 30s for our Wednesday, and then teens for our Thursday. And that same thing goes here in the capital city too, but with 20s for next Thursday. So it looks like conditions today are going to be a day to kind of stay inside and watch you some Christmas movies.
All right, Andre, thank you. For everyone here at KX News, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.